would Teddy Roosevelt be sitting where you are today advocating the virtual elimination of the Land and Water Conservation Fund?
Mr. Senator, I challenge you to give me one square inch.
I'd like a response to the question, Mr. Secretary. Time is short.
It is short, and I challenge you to give me 1 square inch of land that has been removed from federal protection. 1 square inch. In the case of Bears Ears, as you stated, Bears Ears, after I restored 400,000 acres of wilderness, after I restored almost an entire national forest, the boundary of the revised Bears Ears is still larger than Zion and Bryce Canyon combined. What I did do is increase public access and traditional rights. Under the Trump administration and Interior, we've actually increased wilderness last year, specifically in New Mexico. And I worked with a delegation in Utah because Utah, where Bears Ears and Staircase is, the entire congressional delegation, including your colleagues and the governor, wanted it rescinded. I didn't rescind it.
Mr. Secretary,
you've
used up now almost half my time. Could you give me a reason, an explanation for whether Teddy Roosevelt, sitting where you are, would advocate a budget that virtually eliminates the Land and Water Conservation Fund?
I believe the Land and Water Conservation makes $122 million available. It does not add more property into the federal estate, but our budget also has the largest investment in the history of this country on 3 critical areas. 1 is maintenance backlog of our park system. 2, maintenance backlog of our wildlife refuge system, which Teddy Roosevelt initiated. And thirdly, making sure that we meet the treaty obligations of 48,000 American Native kids. That's the largest investment in the history of this country. So I believe Teddy Roosevelt will be proud of the focus on preserving, protecting, and maintaining our treasures.
What I asked you, though, because it is in your budget, is whether he would support something that is so fundamental, for example, to what you said in your prepared statement, which is increasing access to public lands. And I'm quite certain that Teddy Roosevelt would not be here defending the virtual elimination of the Land and Water Conservation Fund. And I want to close on a personal note.